Polish with Ray. I'm Rachel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a brand new collection from KBShimmer. This is called Mix It Up. Before we get started, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you're excited to see another swatch and review here on my channel. I know they are kind of few and far between. I'm hoping to change that in the next little bit, but I know some of you always comment you're excited about them. I love that. Let me know down in the comments. So I think this is kind of like a pre-summer collection. I don't think this is KBShimmer's official summer collection, which is a new thing. Very excited to see them do some additional releases. But the Mix It Up collection is a 7-piece collection. It includes 6 neon creams and 1 glitter topper. These are going to release on May 1st on the KBShimmer site, and it will be available at Stockists as well. If you didn't already know, I am a Beyond Polish affiliate, and these will be available at Beyond Polish. So if they're available now, I will link them down in the description box. That way you can get 10% off of these polishes if you want to purchase them, or anything else that you decide to purchase on Beyond Polish. If you want to enter my code manually, you can do that too. The code is RAE, R-A-E, and that'll get you 10% off of your entire order. All right, so we've got 7 polishes to look at all together. Let's take a look. So we're going to start with the namesake of this collection. This one's called Mix It Up, and it's described as being the perfect electric pink cream polish. This one leans a little bit more red as opposed to purple, so it's not a super cool toned bubblegum neon pink. It's more of like a watermelon-y color. However, I will say it is definitely a neon pink, just like a warmer neon pink. So this had an incredible formula. I was so excited when these came in the mail because I knew KBShimmer would do them well, and oh my gosh, so good. I think this one's going to be a solid 2-coater for most people. It was close to being a 1-coater, but it's just not there yet for me. I think maybe after a few uses, when it thickens up a little bit, it will be. But yeah, I needed 2 coats for this one. So here's what 2 coats looks like with a glossy top coat. Y'all, I tried my best with color accuracy. Neons are my kryptonite. They're so difficult. But just know this is a really beautiful, super duper bright neon pink that leans a little bit warm. And next up, we have Totally Outrageous. This one is a neon red orange cream, and it's definitely like a corally reddish orange. This one was also really difficult for me to get color accurate. I tried playing with the, colors of the video a little bit, but it still was a challenge. I feel like it's coming out pretty accurate here on the swatch though. Super duper bright, gorgeous formula. Definitely leans like coral as opposed to like traffic cone orange, and yeah, it was a solid 2-coater. I feel like it was maybe just a little bit more sheer than the pink, so I did go in for a 3rd coat, but I don't know that it was altogether necessary. I would say 3 really thin coats or 2 normal coats, and you should be good. So here are 3 coats of Totally Outrageous with a glossy top coat. Because these are neon, they will all dry down kind of flat, so I definitely recommend a glossy top coat for these if you want them super duper shiny on your nails. And next we've got Let's Bounce, which is described as being a vivid chartreuse nail polish. And it says it rides the line between a neon yellow and electric lime. Absolutely agree. Sometimes I look at this and see a neon yellow. Sometimes I see more of a green. So chartreuse, absolutely. You can see this one had a little bit more of a thin formula than the other shades. It wasn't difficult to work with, but it definitely is going to need 3 coats to build up to full opacity. And even with 3 coats, I did see a little bit of my nail peeking through in some spots. So I just would say this one's going to require a little bit of extra care with application. I don't think it needs any kind of base or anything like that. It pops beautifully on its own, but just, don't overwork it if you don't want any patchiness. So here's what it looks like in 3 coats with a glossy top coat, and you can really see that chartreuse color. It is bold, it is bright, it's kind of green, it's kind of yellow, and it's beautiful. Jumping to the purple in this collection, this is called Net Gains, and it's described as being an energetic violet-leaning purple cream. It does dry down slightly darker and more blue tone than it shows in the bottle, which you'll see in my full hand swatch and on my application. So yeah, on application and in the bottle, it looks kind of pinky leaning. At first when I put it on, I was like, oh, this is kind of like an orchidy color. No, it's not orchidy. Once you build it up and you let it dry, you can see it is a beautiful, bright, warm leaning purple. Gorgeous application on this one as well, but I think it's going to need a solid 3 coats for everybody. It's going to need a glossy top coat because it's got neon pigment and it dries down kind of flat. But yeah, just a really gorgeous, super bright, fun purple shade. So here's what it looks like in 3 coats, and this one really freaked out my camera, but you can see that on my nails it is definitely showing more purpley than it is in the bottle. In the bottle it looks a little bit pinky, but in real life it's kind of purple. Up next, we have To The Max, which is described as being a cornflower cream polish. This one is a blue that leans a little bit more periwinkle, and I don't feel like it's coming up color accurate in my bottle shot here, but on my application video and my full hand swatch, I do feel like it's color accurate. This one had a thinner formula as well. I definitely think it builds up to full opacity, but most people will want 3 coats to get there. For some reason, in my application video, I only applied 2, so here's what it looks like in 2. It actually doesn't look too bad, but personally, I will be wearing it in 3 coats in the future. I think I did end up adding a 3rd coat before doing my full hand swatch. So here's what that looks like with a glossy top coat, and this was a surprise favorite for me in this collection because the pink, yellow, and orange, I'm like, okay, neon collection, of course you're gonna have those colors, but this one I feel like is unique. It stands out. It's a beautiful shade of bright blue, and I found it to be incredibly flattering. And this teal shade is called Roll On By. It's a teal cream nail polish, and it toes the line in between green and blue. This one was another surprise for me because it just isn't what you typically see in a neon collection. It's not a neon. Maybe it has some neon pigment in it. I'm sure it does, but it's just a little bit more muted, and I love these kind of colors. They're beautiful, I think, in any season. These kind of more dusty but saturated shades, like yes spring, yes summer, heck yes fall. And you know what, why not winter too? I love it. I love it. It's fun, great formula. This was an easy 2-coater. I had perfect opacity. And here's what it looks like built up in those 2 coats with a glossy top coat, and just another one that stole my heart because I think this color is universally flattering. I loved it on me. And the final polish in this collection is called Scratch That. It's a mix of black shred, dot, mini star, and hex glitter in a clear base, so it is a topper. So here's what it looks like over Totally Outrageous. You can see a good amount of those glitters come out, but not so many that you can't see the base. I love that this topper is buildable because you can do a couple coats if you want a more full coverage look, but on its own, you definitely allow the base to shine. And then here's what it looks like in 1 coat over To The Max. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of like specialty shaped glitters. The star glitters really aren't my thing, but I will say that I love the versatility of this topper and that it will look good over any color. So that was KBShimmer's Mix It Up collection. Let me know down in the comments all of your thoughts on these. Are you excited to see KBShimmer doing more creams? Because I'm excited to see KBShimmer doing more creams. But I want to know how you feel. Let me know if you think you'll be grabbing these down below. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!